Hey y'all, it's Kim from Kim Dixon Creative, and I am here today with a project from Not2Shabby Shop. I'm using the December 2022 stamp and die set of the month. As you see, these are some gorgeous little stamp sets, and the die set comes to cut out all of the images as well as the sentiments. I'm going to be using the little snow girl down at the bottom and creating a card that could be used for Christmas, for Valentine's Day, or just for any random reason for the winter season. So I'm going to stamp my image down on the bottom I'm going to use some Express It cardstock, and I'm going to use some Memento Tuxedo black ink to stamp out my image. Because I am going to be using my Copic markers. I like using the Express It cardstock because it blends well, although this particular project, I'm not doing any fancy coloring. There's not a lot to color on here, so I could have used any cardstock, but I do like using the Express It cardstock. I want to tell you a little bit about the hop. Today's hop will feature both the stamp and die set of the month as well as the box of the month. So you need to, hop along and check out all of the different inspiration for all of the different products that we're using today. Along with that, there's a giveaway. The prize is a $25 gift card to the Not2Shabby Shop, and the giveaway will remain open from December 1st through 11:59 p.m. on December 7th. The winner will then be announced on the Not2Shabby channel. To be eligible, you need to stop along each location in the hop and leave a comment. Then come back to my video and enter through the Rafflecopter link that is going to be in the description box below. So I've got my little snow girl colored up, and I'm going to use my washi tape and tape down the die that will cut her out. I want to make sure that she doesn't shift when I'm putting her through my die cutting machine, as well as my die cutting machine is on the other side of the room. So I will have to transport her from here to over there. So I just cut that out, so I only had that one little piece of paper going through. And now I'm going to very gently remove my washi tape. Don't want it to mess up what I've already done. And even though it is washi tape, once you put that stuff through that die cutting machine with force enough to cut through your paper, it really sticks down. That pressure really makes that washi tape stick well. So I guess that's a tip that we can use if we want washi tape to really stick. Run it through your die cutting machine after you put it on whatever it is you want it on. So the pattern paper that I'm using comes from the paper pack that was in the November box of the month, and it was a farmhouse theme, and everybody knows that I love buffalo plaid, especially red and black buffalo plaid. And so you knew I was going to use it on something. But I am now stamping my sentiment on a piece of black cardstock using some sticky ink from Ink on 3. And I'm going to emboss it using some extra fine detail embossing powder. I made sure that I hit my paper with my little anti-static brush from Cat Scrappiness. And I have had a love-hate relationship with embossing, and that brush has changed how I feel about it. It's the best anti-static tool that I've found. And I've used several of them, so I really like that. It works well. You get enough of the powder on there, and you can always go back and after you've embossed, you can brush away any extra powder that's on your cardstock. So I really like that it gives you ample powder. Anyway, back to what I'm doing. So I've cut out an oval out of some glitter cardstock that I had in my stash, and that is where my little Snow Girl is going to live. I'm going to put that at the bottom right corner down there, and then I will adhere my Snow Girl to that oval. And I'm going to pop her up on some foam tape, and just to give her a little dimension. I always like to add a little bit of, I like one layer cards. They're really pretty. I'm not good at them. And so, if I always feel like if I do enough bling and dimension that maybe the mistakes won't be seen. So, but to be honest, anyway, no, I do like to have some dimension on my card. I like having, I'm drawn to that. Even before I started making cards and when I would buy them in the store, I wanted something that had some dimension going on, some, some kind of something that catches your eye. So that carries into my card making that I do. So I'm going to get her popped up onto that little oval right there. And then I'm just going to glue my sentiment straight down. I'm not going to try to pop that up. I need to get some more of the smaller foam so that I can do things like this, because it would have looked good to have been popped up. But I still love it. I'm very pleased with how it turned out. Now, the other element that I almost always put on my cards is a little bit of bling, and so that's what I'm going to do here. I had a little too much glue come out there. I like to put a little bit, just a little bit of art glitter glue down, because sometimes these gems, the glue backing will come off, or who knows how long these have been in my stash. The glue can, those little glue backs can break down. So I always like to add a little glue onto my card when I do this, just to make sure. And so that's what I did. And so now I'm going to just glue this down to my A2 top folding card base. And I did cut this panel a little bit smaller than I normally do. Normally on an A2 card, I would cut my panel down to 5 1/4 by 4. But I cut this one down to 5 by 3 3/4, just to give it a little bit better, a little bit bigger white border. Now I'm going to take some of the scraps of the buffalo plaid that I had, and we're going to decorate the inside of my card. And I'm just going to cut a little banner at the bottom of this. It's very easy to do on this buffalo plaid because it is there was a grid right in the center, so I knew exactly where the center of my banner was. Cut a little slit up the middle, and then from corner to top and corner to corner, from the bottom corner to the top of the slit to make that little banner end. I'm also going to stamp just a small portion of the Snow Girl down in the bottom corner, just to bring a little more of the outside in and make the card a little more, have a little more continual flow into the inside of the card. I'm not going to stamp the whole thing, just a little bit, and I'm not coloring her. So here's our card. I think it turned out really cute. I didn't put a sentiment on the inside. This can be used for Christmas. It could be used for Valentine's Day, or just for any winter reason that you want to tell someone how you feel about them. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video. I hope that you do hop along with all of the other participants in the hop and come back and enter to try to win that $25 gift card to the Not2Shabby shop. Because over at the Not2Shabby shop, you will find some of the greatest items. I mean, I get in trouble every time I go shopping over there. So not only does Jamie have some great Not2Shabby brand products there, but she also has a lot of products from other manufacturers that are just fantastic. And here's a little hint. There's a description discount code in my description box below. And that discount code will be good for almost anything in the shop. Now, obviously not on these subscription products, but you can use it on most of everything else in the shop. I am so honored that you would spend some time with me this morning. I really am. And I want you to know that I appreciate you and I love each and every one of you. I also want you to remember that our God created beautiful things. He also created us in His image. And if He created us in His image, then we should create wonderful and beautiful things as well. So go out, create something today that makes you happy. Until next video, bye.